Good afternoon, fellow traders. Black Coffee Trader coming to you on Friday, September the 6th. And boy, I am glad to see this week come to an end. Once again, I have a stinking red day. Oh, I'm so frustrated. The entire problem this week really boils down to my 150K account. Technically, it's not the 150K, it's yours truly pushing the buttons, but man, frustrating to have such a bad week with that one account. The main thing today was gold, trading gold, and I just couldn't get a win to save my life. And if you really look at it, we were in a major downtrend today. The NQ was a big sell-off today. ES was a big sell-off today. The Dow was a big sell-off today. And gold was, for the most part, a sell-off today. And if you look at these, the way that this chart is set up, the green arrows signify long entries, white is exits, the red arrows indicate short entries. So as you can see, I was looking for longs pretty much all day. I took one short, two shorts, three, four, I took 5 shorts. Most of them here when I finally figured out that what I was trying to do wasn't working. So incredibly frustrated with myself. I'm blaming the account, metaphorically speaking, but really it's me trading that was the problem. So yeah, just very frustrated with the way that this week has gone on that account. And basically, I'm kind of becoming tilted almost on a daily basis with that account, and we get red, and then I'm like, okay, we can make this back. Let's keep going. And before you know it, you're in skin deep. So anyway, just a tough day, frustrating day. I did adjust a couple of these levels on gold. I did have a level here, and it was very apparent that was not at the correct spot, or it just wasn't holding. And we just, we really fell apart. And I removed some levels and just kind of cleaned this up and just decided, with gold, I haven't been trading it that much. And for the most part, I've been trading it really well. But I need to, I think, skinny down on the levels that I have marked and just kind of look for bigger picture and kind of get a little bit more familiar with gold as a commodity. And then hopefully we can continue to improve and refine our levels. So in any case, but just kind of the way the day went here at the end of the day, I finally was like, okay, here I was looking for a short and got a couple wins on a couple contracts. The other 3 got stopped out. I then thought this looked like it might go long. Quick stop out there. I kept my stop fairly tight. And then I decided to go short. I said, all right, this is going to break down. And I thought if this would break down. I had my stop right here above the highs, and I held this trade for an hour and 16 minutes, almost 17 minutes. And it finally broke. It finally broke this area that it was holding, but it couldn't continue further. And so we basically, the entire day was pretty flat. The afternoon session was pretty flat. I made a little bit of money on that trade, but it was just a bad day. That's all there is to it. I can't put lipstick on a pig. It was just not a good day. So it is what it is. I also am having some issues with TradeZella. I cannot get my trades to populate properly. This is how I export this stuff typically into TradeZella, and I'll just show you. For one, the second thing, let me just move this up here. So this is Rhythmic, and Rhythmic is showing that my 150K account, I'm down 1095, not 1149. It's showing that on the first 50K PA, I'm up 152 instead of 148, and then up 3480 instead of 27, and 35 instead of 24. So these numbers are once again not correct. And then what's even more frustrating is that if you look at how I usually export this, so if I select this account, my net profit 2490 matches what's on the dashboard. The next account, it shows 2760, matches what's on the dashboard. The next one, 148.80, matches the dashboard. Now, for the kicker, the 150K shows negative 1800. And it's really, the dashboard says 1149, and Rhythmic is saying that it's down 1095. So when I can export, but it's way wrong. And I've messed with this. I restarted this. I don't know what's going on. So hopefully I can get it fixed over the weekend and maybe get TradeZella correct, because it does bother me to not have TradeZella correct. So somehow I've got to get that fixed, but I can't put any trades in here for today, which is kind of frustrating. But hopefully we can get that fixed. However, I'm glad I do have the Excel file, so we can at least see what the day was like. We ended up with a net loss today of 872. On the week, we're down 2,500 bucks. And really the story is my 50K accounts were pretty much a wash. We basically made 30 bucks across those three. I made 60 bucks on the one account this week, lost 50 on the second one, and made 30 on the last one. So the 50K accounts this week was pretty much a wash. The big deal is I lost 2,600 bucks this week on my 150K funded account. So that stinks. That hurts. I'm sad about that. But I just have to write it off as it was a bad week and I made some poor trading decisions, and we have to just move into the next week. That's all there is to it. I really can't sugarcoat it. That's just the way it is. So thank goodness these are lifetime accounts. It doesn't matter how long it takes me to get these things back out of the hole, but this is by far the worst I've had this account. I'm 1,600 away from it being liquidated, which is plenty of drawdown. So I just need to put together a good week and get this thing built back up. So on another positive note, on the 150K accounts, I did blow that one yesterday that I talked about, but these four I copy traded today, and I decided to only trade micros to try to get back. And go figure again, we're up about 400 bucks across each one of those. So nothing big, but did need to get a win back after having the big losing day on those accounts yesterday. And then I did lose a take profit account today and had a rough day on this one. So I got 960 in drawdown left, which this is one thing with the update I did to affordable indicators. I now have my drawdown correct on take profit. It used to just show $1 million, which was not correct anyway. But on the this was take profit, a couple trades there short, but I wanted to show you, it was on here on ES. This is where I traded these four accounts, and just again, this is just, I don't know, I just was not with it. I was shorting, which was the right thing to do, with 5 micro contracts with these evals. And the big trade was right here, shorting this 54.85 area, 54.87 area, right below this key level. Shorted that, and I mean, major nice trade. 50 bucks, let me see, 25 on the first contract, 50 on the next one, so that's 75, another 60, now you're up 135, another 90, so now we're up 225, and the last contract out at 112. So it's about $350 trade right there, close to 350 if I did my math right. So that really was the big trade that made those accounts successful. Why was I not looking for that on my funded accounts? How stupid. So yeah, just chiding myself a little bit for just absolute. I was way too biased, and I've talked about this the last couple of days. I've been too biased looking for bounces off of levels. And right now, we are not in a market that's like that. I mean, we stair-step this thing up, and then we're moving this thing really a big stair-step down, and we're really falling down. So I need to be thinking short a lot more than I am, especially if this continues and the way this thing looks going into next week. I mean, we've got this level, and this is some free float right here. So I really expect, or shouldn't even say expect, because I really don't know. Nobody really knows, but I wouldn't be surprised that if this thing continues to fall and we fall down to some of these major lows before we see this thing rebound, or we're going to have to really put in a big floor here and build this thing back up. But I just need to change my mindset. I'm still on the mindset that I was in over here, and it's just not working. I need to be thinking and looking for retest shorts instead of retest longs until this market proves me otherwise. And that was kind of my undoing. So yeah, that is that. There's really not a whole lot more to add. Yeah, that's kind of the week. Tough week, tough start to the month, but the 150K, I'm just not trading it very well, and I need to rein in how I'm attacking that, how I'm approaching that, and really maybe even set a tighter daily loss limit and just when I'm there, just stop and just really adhere to understanding that it's going to take a while to get that account up to the profit threshold, and that has to be okay because of how I traded it. So anyway, yeah, that's a wrap. So that week in the books, we're off to the next week. And once again, thank you. Appreciate you guys hanging out, following along. Appreciate you joining up, and appreciate you using code BCT, those of you that do, for the best deal with both Apex and Take Profit Trader. So thank you very much. It does help me out, helps support the channel, and helps to motivate me to bring you the videos each and every day that I trade. If you're new, feel free to like and subscribe. And if you like the content, please hit the like button. It does help the algorithms, and I certainly do appreciate that. So have a great weekend. Have a good trading day Monday. We'll try to have a fresh head on our shoulders and have our mental game correct for next week. So take care, and so long.